Come gather round, people, wherever you roam. Admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout all the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. It's your sons and your daughters beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can lend a hand, for the times they are a-changing. For the times they are a-changing. For the times they are a-changing. I made my first $20 note off that song, so now I always open with Bob Dylan. I mean, call it what you want. Superstition, good luck. Or just a damn good tune. Why do I do this? That's always the first question I get. Why would I choose to do this? Well, I do it because I can't get a job, because no one will hire me, is what I tell my parents.
Oh, but I've applied a whole bunch of places and I'm looking for a response any day now.
Now, so you see, on one hand, you've got the, I need money to live. And on the other, you have, hey, I can play guitar. Hey, I'm pretty good at it. Hey, there's literally nothing else I'd rather be doing with my time. So yeah, it ticks all the why I do it boxes. Allow me to present a thought to you. Why do some people value some moments more if it's the first time that moment has happened? We all do it, but why? I mean, you don't get people walking around, you know, cheering on every step that you take, but that first one, that was the biggest achievement in the world, and out came the video camera and the calling of parents. The first bit of cash I brought home from this, my parents were over the moon. But now I'll bring home $60 from an hour's work, and I'm hearing about how I'm wasting my time, blah, blah, blah. I'm betting on the wrong horse, bitch, bitch, bitch. I don't like to speak ill of them. I didn't really feel like I had much family growing up at all. Just them. So I guess I owe them, but come on. I think I'm more interested in lasts. They're more organic, you know. It's harder to plan your last kiss or your last drink. And then you get some people who spend their entire lives planning what their last words are. You know, the verbal ship that's going to carry them off into oblivion. What their echo is going to sound like. As if it matters. Obviously, I figured out what I'm going to say, but it's something you need to wait for. And even more interesting than that are first lasts. Am I losing you? You know what first lasts are. I mean, we all have it. We all remember ours. And if you don't worry. You will. You'll one day be sitting in a classroom on a dull day, on a desaturated afternoon. And you'll be complaining in your head of why the air conditioner's broken or why everyone seems to be talking in slow motion. And you'll be dreaming of a life out there for you. A life full of adventure and colour. Until that life walks in the door. Notice the ribbon that she tied up her hair with and the sunflower dress she wears every Friday. It's her favourite. Her ponytail will sway from side to side as she takes her step, and you will savour every step. You'll fill corners and margins of your book with love hearts and arrows and other sort of cheesy, cushy claptrap that you can't help but just feel compelled to do. You're not even secretive about it. You want her to see it. If she does, it gets the ball rolling and makes you look all mysterious. she won't notice you. Why would she notice you? You're nothing to her. And that one thought will be enough. You'll sneak into your parents' bedroom, dictated by the fact that tomorrow will be her birthday. You'll open up your mum's jewelry box, and you'll start to weigh up your options. What one would impress her more, which one would they notice was gone. You narrow down your options and realise it's a pretty easy choice because you can't quite bring yourself to steal your dad's anniversary gift. I mean, you're only 9 after all. You'll walk faster to school that day, that fateful day. You're going to go up to her and you're going to tell her how much you love her. But this is love. What else can it be but pure, unabashful, unafraid love? You'll fidget in your seat as you wait for her to arrive, rehearsing the scene that's about to unfold. And then she'll walk in, wearing a new shade of ribbon in her hair, and her favourite sunflower dress. And you'll be overcome with a beauty that is so powerful and so potent you did not know was so possible. And it'll be so effective, you'll slip the necklace back into your bag. Wait the perfect moment to give it to her. You'll sit in that posture of anticipation for days, weeks, until you've had enough. You'll wake up one day and decide that that day is the day, not just any day, but the day. You're going to go up to her, you're going to tell her how you feel, and you're going to live happily ever after as all great love stories end. You'll spend your entire lunch hour looking for her. Suddenly you stumble upon the sight of a girl whose sobs shake the sunflowers on her dress. You overhear a conversation about how she's being made to move. To a different city, in fact. And as you take in this sight, your fallen angel, you'll decide to say nothing. You won't realize it. This will be the last time you see it. Till 10 years later. You see a picture online of her holding a baby next to someone who's twice her age. But you can notice the cracks in her smile. And the bags under her eyes. And the bruises on her arm. Think about how happy she could have been. How happy you could have been. Well, it's just your luck, right? I brushed the curls out of her face to see her freckly grin. It's a face I know she doesn't like to make, but I love because it's real. Couldn't light the candles for dinner, it's harder than it sounds. But I'll plug in some fairy lights, cause it's the thought that counts. Danced along the waterfront like no one was around. Sang out at the lookout in the shadow of the town. And she took my hand as the pipes they sang. Best of luck to those in love. Do whatever she wants, it's all right with me. From climbing cranes to sleeping on the beach, to playing hide and seek with walkie-talkies. You earn the parts of me I keep under lock and key. At 17 years old, I'll always treasure those memories, and I wish we could have made more. Fell asleep on your couch, I ran home at 4 a.m. My parents grounded me, but I would do it all again. Cause I remember holding her hand as we sang. Best of luck to those in love. Here's to us, the fools who love.
$360 days to go.
Graduation. Graduation. It's that word that sends a shiver up the spine of anyone my age. And the way I look at it is that It's as if for 18 years now, you've been breathing oxygen and suddenly someone says you have to live in a fish tank. I mean, you don't know how to breathe water. You wonder why no one's taught you how to breathe water thus far. But you have to jump. How is that not terrifying? I took a painting course this year. It was my last year at school, and I figured what the hell might be fun. And it was. I spent months on this one painting. It was of my dog, naturally, and the background was this kind of cool, weird, colorful, psychedelic swirls of vibrant colors. Wow, you know. But the dog itself was in black and white. I don't know, but beside it looking cool because of the contrast and other sort of masturbatory artistic phrases, I figured they kind of represented how this dog is unaware of all this beauty because of his inability to perceive color. Yeah, it can't help but be ignorant because of how he's designed. And I thought it was cool, but I failed. I had more forethought than anything else in that damn class, and I failed the standard. Not because of lack of artistry, because I didn't stick to an artist model. I think Bob Dylan said it best when he said, "All I can do is be me, whoever that is." And I think that's so true. We stumble through failures that shape our triumphs, and at the end of it all, at the finish line, after all the hoopla, after all the tears and all the laughter, at the end of it all, what do we have besides ourselves? And if we don't know who that is, then we have nothing. And Dylan managed to sum that up in 8 words. 10 words. Fish tank. Who thought I'd be scared of a fish tank? And the thing is, what's a fish tank if not a stage? You know, a platform for the world to view you upon, to see if you sink horribly or swim beautifully, flashing your beautiful scales. I don't know, I'm pushing the metaphor too far, but you get the point. And it's this weird point where everyone my age who's about to don the cap and gown, which, by the way, we don't even get in New Zealand, complete rip-off. We're trying to pull together anything that vaguely resembles an identity, but it won't be organic, it won't be natural. It'll be this weird mixture of different aspects of celebrities that we admire or aspire to be, and it'll just turn into a big hodgepodge. All I can do is be me, whoever that is. I love that. I could quote Dylan all day. I could, because he had such a way with words and spoke on everything, to the point where he probably said something profound about every topic. Finance, he said, money doesn't talk, it swears. Equality, he said, even the President of the United States must sometimes stand naked. And then you get the ones that don't even make sense, but are just as cool. Like, in the ceremonies of the horsemen, even the pawns must hold a grudge. What the hell does that even mean? I don't know, but I love it. It's just a word banquet. In the ceremonies, the horsemen, even the pawns must hold a grudge. It's this delectable jumble of words. It's so satisfying, and I adore it. The words that man preaches sparks in me this nostalgic awe. I'm struck with an image. A lonely 9-year-old boy sitting by his dad's record player, finding a peaceful solace in a groany melody and the soft strum of a guitar and the twang of a harmonica. And he's presented with questions. And he starts to wonder, how many years can a mountain exist before it crumbles to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Speechless. course, those aren't the sort of songs you play while you're busking, because you have a period of about 3 seconds for someone to walk in and out of earshot, and if you aren't playing something recognizable with an upbeat tempo that doesn't have a good vibe, then you're far less likely to make any form of sustainable income. And melodic poetry just isn't going to cut it. Which is what Dylan is, essentially, you know, but that's not going to be enough. It'll be the rendition of the latest Ed Sheeran song or a Justin Bieber fringe flick. You know, and when you're playing, you'll run out of songs faster than you realize, and you have to find a way to keep track of time, so you use what I call markers. I know that I was playing Jason Mraz when that guy sat down to wait for his girlfriend. So I'm just going to keep on repeating the chorus to thinking out loud until I think of a new song. Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And people love it. And I'll keep playing that until I think of a new song, or better yet, his girlfriend comes, and I can start my set again. And if you get 3 or 4 markers going at once, you can really plan out your next song to the best of your advantage. These small group of people that I decide on directly influence the music that I play. I don't think people understand the importance of the markers they choose in their life. I don't think people feel the gravity of it. But right now I'm looking down the business end of a fish tank, and only I can decide how I jump in. It's terrifying. I pack my bags, I'm keen to leave. I kiss the dark goodbye. It's my responsibility to chase the sun across the sky. And all we got is you and me, and I think we'll be alright, as long as we've got your playlist and 1 or 2 meat pies. And though the lights we chase may fade, I assure they have forever changed me. I don't know which way is north, but I can buy a compass with the pennies that I've salvaged. And I don't know how much gold is worth, but the words that have been spoken over me, I find them kind of funny. And when the gods are gone and I must carry on, I'll chase on into the mountainside. And when the nights are cold, I'll burn on in my soul with a familiar love and some fluffy red gloves. I'm sure I'll find a way to carry on. Never have I ever seen snow so close, and never have I driven through a mountain pass. Never have I seen such see-through water, could have sworn that it was glass. Never have I seen a hill made of pine cones or pancake rocks putting on a show, only to this thing through an eye of a GoPro. Never have I been alone this far away from home, and I the echoes of our song, they rattle through the hill, because we left it there. And I don't know which way is north, but I can buy a compass with the pennies that I've salvaged. And I don't know how much gold is worth, but the words that have been spoken over me, I find them kind of funny. And when the gods are gone and I must carry on, I'll chase on into the mountainside. And though the nights are cold, I'll burn on in my soul with a familiar love with the fluffy red gloves. I'm sure I'll find a way to carry on. With this all on my arm and your song in my heart, I've already got a way to carry on. 320 days to go. Hello? Oh, hey. Hey, Nan. How's it going? Good. That's good. How's Pops? Oh, no, really? Oh, I have to come and visit you guys soon then, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, well, I'm actually, yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, we all got dressed up. I borrowed one of Dad's shirts. And, yeah, they called out the names of everyone that was graduating that night. And, you know, we went up and got a certificate or whatever. Yeah, it was nice. We did actually. Yeah, like a little engraved pin. Yeah, with like the school motto on it. I don't know, something in Latin. Yeah, it was, I guess working. I'll work for a year. How's working at the subway going? I don't work at the subway. It's pretty good. I start full time on Monday. Next Monday. Yeah. I guess. Well, me and the band have actually, yeah. Has he really? Wow. That's cool. Yes, I was. You're right. Me and the band, we've been asked to play at Vibe. Vibe, it's this, it's a music festival. It's like a concert that goes on for a couple days or so. No, we won't be playing the whole time. No, just like 10, 15 minutes, but it's a good opportunity. It is. Someone from a recording company could notice us and sign us to record, or it's just a good opportunity to get our name out there. Well, we don't actually have a band name per se. Yeah. No, the band doesn't have a name. Yeah, I just thought, we just thought that we didn't want our music to have any labels on it, so we'd kind of leave the band nameless to not let the songs stand for themselves. Well, when people do want to buy our songs, they can we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll ask around, or I'll ask some of my friends, but I'm gonna have to pass on that one, man. Don't get me wrong, what Pops has done with the shop is amazing, but it's just not what I want to do. Not even in the meantime. Has he? Good for him. Well, if he's working there, then you don't need me to be there to make it a family business. Nan, look, yeah, Nan, I'll think about it, okay? She's good. She's at work right now. What time she'll be back? I'm in the street right now. Did you mean to call Mum's phone and accidentally call mine? Yeah, no, you called me. Yeah, no, you definitely called me on my phone. Yeah, no, because we're talking on my phone right now. Yeah. What, did you go to tap Lillian and instead tap Logan? Yeah, they're real similar names. All right. Well, I'll let you call her. Okay then. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yep. Bye-bye. All right. Okay, yeah, love you too. I'll talk to you later. All right. See ya. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.
It's a big opportunity.
What does she know about big opportunities? So if she knows everything, she did such a great job raising two egocentric, masculine... Music's not just to be consumed. It's the backbone of human endurance for me. I know that sounds wanky, but how could I not be obsessed with something so base? What I love about it is that it can't ever be taken from me. Even if I'm miles away from the nearest instrument. I can always tap a song on my teeth. I despise repetition. It drives me mad to no end. Growing up for me was fine. It was easy. I didn't want for anything. get stagnant. In order to have a tune, you have to keep moving forward. Basic songwriting tells us that to get from one major chord to another, you should bridge it with a minor. And these are the times we really learn who you are. What people think of you, what you think of yourself. These can be anything from the death of a family member or a pet. To an uncle that forces his nephew to be beat up by his brother. You've got to make the choice. On the ground, bleeding and broken, trace it back to them. I'm thankful for my uncle. I really am. He taught me something that can't easily be taught, direction. He gave me a point to run to. Because I knew from moments like that I wanted to make things for the broken, the bloody, the kid by his dad's record player. Those who needed solace. When we started the band, we did half an hour setting up, half an hour tuning, half an hour deciding what we're going to do, and then maybe like 10 minutes playing. And that just wasn't going to get us there. So I stepped up, I took charge. And yeah, I mean, some of them might have some less than nice things to say about me, but some guys had to go and some new guys had to come in. And it's got potential. It's really something now. We need harmonies. We need cadences. We need minor chords. 250 days to go. When I was young, I was afraid of the dark. Of comfort and sense weren't enough. The creaks from the room, they kept me up until you stepped in, lit the room up. When I was young, I was afraid to felt the grass cut my face as I tumbled. The days blurred together as they spun me round until you stepped in, softened the ground. When I was young, I was afraid from the past will linger and fly. You will all be there. I will see you all there. And I'll turn out the light. 220 days to go. If you would all enjoy the music that I play, I owe it all to this beautiful instrument. I mean, I'm not the best singer, and I don't claim to be, but this baby, she is my Excalibur. This is my lightsaber. This is my elder wand. If you wanted to run with the preaching analogy, you could say that this guitar is my microphone, except for when I have a microphone, in which case I guess this guitar is the altar. I don't know. I love this guitar. And I played this crappy nylon string for a couple years, first couple years of me playing, and it was hideous. It was awful. I hated it. I found it in the garage. Apparently my dad used to play it, but it was ugly. The wood was chipped, and you'd spend an hour tuning the bloody thing, and it would still sound like singing cats. And there was this music store that I passed on the way to school every day called Don't Fret Instruments. Figure that, it's a guitar joke. It was my morning chuckle on the way to school. And every day I'd walk past and I'd see the sign, and I'd look in the window, and there would just be dozens of guitars and banjos and ukuleles and violin, cello-y things and all sorts of instruments, just Indian drums and Dr. Seuss pipes and all of them, dozens, just overflowing from the shop. It intrigued me. So one day, I decided to go into the shop, and standing right in front of me on a guitar stand is this beautiful guitar. And it's the cheesy moment in the movie where the boy meets the girl for the first time, and all the lights fade down, and all the background music fades away. It's just the two of them left in the room. And that song comes on that's like... Except instead of a boy and a girl, it's me and a guitar. And then I picked it up and I started to play it. And it fit like a glove. It was smooth, it was resonant, it just And then this little man popped up from behind me, and and he says, she's a beaut. This a wee little Scottish guy, he's a long white beard, and he starts to rattle off, like, you're quite the player, like, got any questions for me? I'm not very good at the accent. And I said, yeah, tell me about the strings, they sound pretty good. And he was like, aye, the strings, strong as a lamb's backside, but as malleable as bread dough. They'll give you a right good ringing. I once had a friend of mine once who played strings just like this. He was driving home on a long, windy road, and things got a bit slippy. His car was teetering on the edge of a gully. It's certain death if he were to fall, so he gets out the car, and he goes back for his guitar, but he grabs it by the strings, and he pulls it, but it gets caught on the door. It's not even Scottish. Caught on the door, and you might expect either the strings or the guitar to break, but no. He pulls, and he pulls, and he pulls the bloody bass back onto the road. Mind you, it was one of them smaller cars. It's one of them eco-friendly types. He was a considerate left-handed arm wrestling musician. Oh, didn't I say? He was a professional arm wrestler as well. Biggest left arm in all the land, proportionate to the rest of his body, of course. Scandinavian strings, you'll never find another like him. Oh, yeah? Aye! Don't even get me started on the strap! Anyway, needless to say, he had made a sale. But there was no way I could afford it. Like, just no way, heaven or earth, I was ever going to be able to pay for this guitar, and my parents weren't going to buy it for me. So I busked. I busked every day for 2 months. And that's a long time to commit to anything when you're 15, 16 years old. Most people that age go through several hairstyles before I could pay for this guitar. But I did it, and one day I had the money. And I went to the store and I gave the man the money. And in exchange for the money, he gave me a guitar. And then I took that guitar home, the same guitar that I exchanged for some money. And I had earned a guitar, and I sat at home, and I just looked at it. I just sat, and I looked. I took it in. And I could see everything in this guitar. All I was going to do with it, all the people I was going to help, all the stories I was going to tell. All wrapped up in this little 6-string. And it scared me. I felt fear. Fate was on my back like a monkey. And it was mine. I'd earned it. I mean, now we're here. I mean, me and the boys, we're about to play a festival. That's nothing small. Biggest audience we've ever had, biggest opportunity. And it's ours. We just need to take it. I mean, our lives begin tomorrow. And this is all with 190 days to go. Taking it right back to the valley where my heart is. The winding, windy roads where all this madness started. The days are mostly grey, but the grass is green and the air is clean. I met a girl there and I was so nervous. I won't call another place home until I find a pure bottle of wine that my home has disappeared to 100 other cities, but the footprints still remain in the lingering ghosts and old anecdotes and the stupid stuff we used to say. And I can tolerate the person that I am today, and I owe it to the people that this valley raised. This valley raised. Now you're in a city populated with hippies, got kicked out the 150, but walking's fine with me. I'll be aiming for the heights, and when I ran along the lights, I remember all the nights of smoking thoughts of for a fight. Cause we were all caught between the rocks and the stop at plenty of food for conversation, files from the desperation. Learn how to make the best of a bad situation. The secret's dedication to a ridiculous reality. And subsequently this valley will always be a part of me. When I'm rocking to the sky, try to keep the old me up through hell's fires, and they gave me a nice tan. When the old me dies, what is born is a new man. The final ties to what kept me alive, and the seed of peace that was anything but easy, but it made me me. Now continue to grow, no matter how dark things seem. I'll always know that the sun will rise over the pines. Peace for the eyes and the only thing that's concrete. So chuck away your sunny shoes, cause bare feet's the only way to properly get from A to B. And don't you dare say we haven't got somewhere to be. We are hooligans and that means we got the whole valley. Don't stop, haven't lost the cops who knew they had security in that shop. I guess we will regret this, but only if my dad finds out. Getting boxed in the trees and getting scripts on the knees. It's all part of being stupid and a hooligan knees. 3 or 4 more times I won't be phased, and I owe it to the people this valley raised. This valley raised. Sing, whoa, oh, 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 sing, don't stop, haven't lost the cops who knew they had security in that shop. I guess we will regret this, but only if my dad finds out. And riding bikes in the trees and getting scrapes on the knees. It's all part of being a stupid and a hooligan knees. 3 or 4 more times and I won't be phased, and I owe it to the people this valley raised. This valley raised. This valley raised. Valley raised, this valley raised, this valley raised. There's always casualties. I was playing this Cat Stevens song about a father and son. Well, I don't remember the title. And this little girl was walking with her mum. She started to pull at the mum's sleeve. And so I said, "Mum, can we give him money? Mum, can we give him money?" Mum then pulls out a Sir Edmund Hillary. Gives it to the little girl, and she stops bouncing. And she gets all sheepish, and then she's rocking back and forth, her face is angled to the ground. And I just kept playing, she just stared at me. And she was too shy to come up and give me the money. This woman who was walking past, this stranger, saw this and knelt down to the little girl, whispered something in her ear. The little girl shook her head, whispered something else in the little girl's ear. The little girl nodded her head. And this woman takes out her own $5 note and leads the little girl up to my case, and they drop their money in, and I get a nod from the woman, and the girl runs off to her mum, and I haven't seen either since. And I seriously doubt they realise the impact that made. I guess a skyscraper starts with a single brick. I mean, not that you make skyscrapers out of bricks. Do you? I don't know. Innocence. That's what that is. It's unfair, but we get that taken from us, or we take it from others. I was 13.
And I had just become possessed with the idea of learning how to play guitar and becoming the best I could at it. So I was going to spend all summer in my room learning how to play it, and I wasn't going to come out until I was the best I could be. Well, it was summer, and I was only 13. So, there was a watering hole that me and my friends used to go to, and we would just swim for hours, and just non-stop in the sun. And there was a new guy there who was hanging out with us. And I honestly don't remember his name. But he was giving me a run for my money. He really was. And, we would see who could jump the highest off of the cliff into the water. And I was usually the guy who did all the dangerous stuff. That was my bit. And he just kept climbing. So so did I. It's interesting, eh? I mean, things you'll do out of peer pressure. And he just seemed so unafraid. I couldn't believe it. Eventually we had nowhere else to climb. And the fall was monstrous. It was stupid. We shouldn't have been up that high. Eventually, he thought it would be funny to give me a little push, help me jump. And I was gonna jump. I was just taking my time. Anyway, I slipped and broke my arm and a little bit in my hand. And it took all summer to heal. My guitar just sat there. I was furious. I was mad in my bones. he had taken that from me, and the worst of it was that when school started back up, he started taking guitar lessons. The frickin' cheek. He knew that was my thing. It sounds stupid, but it was mine. I felt threatened. I was angry in my bones. Anyway, I told some of my mates that he had said some crap about my mum. And we waited outside one of his guitar lessons. And they grabbed him by his arms. And they pulled him around to the back of the building. And they held his arms back. And I just wailed on him. It's over and over and over again and again until I had to stop because my knuckles were raw. And so I kicked him in the shins. And I pulled his hair and I screamed in his ear. And the seconds where I was getting my breath back. I was getting my breath back. He looked up at me. Blood. And he said, please. He begged. He begged in the most innocent way you can imagine. He said, please. He asked me, he begged me to stop. So I didn't. I went harder and harder and harder. And I couldn't even hear his screams anymore because of my goddamn uncle's voice in my ear saying, what's a man, huh? What's a man? Someone who begs for mercy. You show this boy what I showed you. And I did. And I did until I couldn't anymore. And I got away with it. He didn't talk to anyone. He didn't tell any students. He didn't tell any teachers. He was silent. He didn't talk to anyone after that, period. One day he just stops coming to school. And people assumed he dropped out, but no one ever saw him again. I'm by no means proud of that day. But if I had to do it again, if I had to, I was filled with that same rage for my music. I don't know if I would have stopped. In the days of pirates, mutiny was punishable by death. These days, apparently, it's rewarded with a record deal. I'm fine. I'm fine with it, you know. Good luck to them. You know what? Good luck to them. They'll need it. I was always a better solo act anyway. They were such dicks about it, though. This is just another step forward. I'm still moving, though. I still got this. Still got 96 days to go.
What do you mean? What is this?
Son, you sit down. We are going to have a conversation.
What did you mean when you asked about my work? We just want to know how your job is going. It's fine. I mean, it's not what I want or whatever, but it's paying my dues. Where is it that you work again? The subway on Queen Street. But you already know this. So why are you asking? When are you going to stop lying to us? What do you mean? What is this?
Oh, please. Your gran saw you performing on the side of the street when you should have been at work.
What? When?
Last Saturday. And I saw you the Monday after that.
And I saw you the Tuesday after that. Oh. Before we have this conversation, can the two of you just please promise to be level-headed and open-minded?
Why should we? How long has this been going on?
I have never worked at Subway.
What do you take us for, a couple of numbnuts?
Depending on the day? Son, why would you lie to us? Oh, I don't know. Maybe if you weren't so insistent on suffocating me, I might feel like I had a shred of earned respect for you and your opinions.
We are the parents and you are the child, and that is the way that it is.
Well, maybe I don't like the way that it is. Maybe I want things to change. Maybe I want to change things. Did you ever think about that? No. Why would you? Why would you? Because you're so caught up in your...
Don't you talk to us like that. Don't interrupt me!
Please! You never let me speak. You never just listen. For once, just shut up and hear me. I've been living in an environment where instead of expressing ourselves or talking about issues, it's just excuses. I can't because, or we shouldn't because. Son, don't you remember all the sacrifices we've made? All that we've given up? What good are those sacrifices when I can't breathe? What are we going to do? Son, busking. Yeah. Isn't it a little undignified? What goes on inside your head?
Look, we've forgiven the colourful clothes. We've forgiven the guitar playing. We encourage that. But not like this. Not out there where the world can look down at you. To them, you're no better than a bum with a guitar. No! No, that is not true, or else I wouldn't make any money off of it. Not everyone is as tunnel visioned as you too uptight. And then what did you say, Dad? What did you tell me? Look, you play your guitar, but not out there. If you can't respect our wishes, we cannot respect your aspirations.
So I basically had two options. I could stay there and join the conveyor belt at the pretentious douchebag factory, or I could take flight, try to make it on my own with however many days to go. It doesn't matter. Real starving artist style. Let's go. So I packed up a bag and I packed my guitar into the back of my car and I went to leave, but I forgot something, so I went back in the house to get it. And my mum called me just as I was about to go. She didn't realize I was leaving, and she said something that's still ringing in my ears. Logan, it isn't about us telling you not to do something. It's about you hearing why we are saying what we are saying. I love you and your music, but not as much as I love you. When you sing into a record or an album, your words are physical, they mean something.
But out there, they get lost, like echoes in the street. They sound and they fade. They're meaningless. We love you. We're just trying to protect you.
If you wanted to protect me, why did you send me to a house where my uncle abused me when you and your husband couldn't figure out your problems like a healthy married couple? Why'd you let me grow up in an environment where instead of talking about our problems, you grabbed the closest thing to you and you threw it, and then send me to a house where your brother does the same thing with his nephew? So here I go, Mum. Take a good look, because the next time you see me, I'm going to be on a screen, I'm going to be underneath some lights, I'm going to be playing a song about how I left, you watched me, and I didn't feel a twinge of guilt. About how you watched me from my bedroom window as I drove away with only enough petrol to get as far away enough from you. How you didn't vacuum my room for weeks. How you blamed Dad for me running away. If you wanted to protect me, you should have heard my echoes. A young married couple decided to share a bottle of wine. 9 months later, they had a baby boy. 10 years later, his grandma bought him a bike for his birthday. 2 days later, she had nothing to give me except small change. If she had given me a note because 2 days ago her grandson didn't have a birthday, because 10 years ago he was still in the womb, because 9 months before that a young couple decided to share a bottle of wine, then I wouldn't have been counting coins in the petrol station when I was buying water for 2 minutes longer than I needed to. I left the car unlocked for 2 minutes. It's just enough time for some desperate to get in and floor. I don't know why I took the guitar out with me. But if I didn't, what would I have?
Nothing would have been nothing. No parents, no house,
No transport, no money, no guitar, nothing! I would have nothing! But 10 days ago! and gather round people wherever you roam. Admit that the waters around you have grown. Accepted that soon you'll be drenched to bone. If your time to you is worth saving, sing like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come, mothers and fathers, of our land. And don't criticize, but you can. I haven't got any days left. Those are my words. Those are my words. Stole my words. I'm just an echo in the street. That's not them. It sounds nothing like any of them. It's a cover.
Nine-year-old boy with a record player. They're his. They're hers. They're everyone's. Well, not record player. more songs of mine that they steal, the more that my words get out there. You guys are good. My words. It's been 10 days. It's been 10 days since I didn't have any days left. Which was 360 days since they told me I had a year. No hope, no cure, just a year. It doesn't even hurt to say it anymore. You know what, I can't remember what I had planned for my last words. I suppose if someone was here, they'd ask if I had any regrets. And I would have said no. 'Cause I wouldn't have been alone. Probably wouldn't have isolated myself. Probably would have told my mum I loved her more. Wouldn't have just believed what felt good. Wouldn't have just believed what felt good. I would have believed the truth. Truth is urgently important. Because the truth is, guitars don't save lives. Dogs are colorblind. Bob Dylan's real name was Robert Zimmerman. Well, I would like to reach out my hand. I say to you, I tell you to run. You know they say about the young. Well, pick me up, we're going home. Oh, I say to you, I tell you to run. You know they say about the young. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will cry, we will. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will crawl. Send me on my way. Well, I would like to reach out my hand. I say to you, I tell you to run.